Hi, it's Cammy. Charlie talks football.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Charlie Talks Football, full-time Birmingham 2, Newcastle 3. What a fantastic, crazy, chaotic game. I don't really know how to describe it, but straight away Birmingham score and Newcastle are shell-shocked, and then we're calmed down, we got into the game, but this was like a proper FA Cup game, wasn't it, Dan?
It was like an old school FA Cup game. The crowd were great. The Newcastle fans were great. The Birmingham fans were great. Birmingham got stuck in really early doors, and obviously they got that early goal where I think it was a corner, wasn't it? And three of their players ran to the front. The lad spun around to the back, free header. He volleys it in. A really good goal for Birmingham to start the game, and they were up for it. And to be fair, they played really well, Birmingham.
They did. They defended well. They caused Newcastle a lot of problems. What's their striker's name?
Stansfield.
Yeah, he was a funny character. He caused us
feisty.
Quite a lot of problems, but it was a feisty game. Fair play to Birmingham and their fans, but Newcastle managed to sort of calm the storm, and we were clinical at times when we needed to be.
Well, we were 9 changes by house, so you had the likes of Willock came in, and Miley and Kraft, and in the midfield, Asula and Wilson, and Wilson got his goal, and he did well, and they've obviously took him off after 53 minutes. But interesting, Bruno took off after 45 minutes. I think that must have been planned, Charlie.
Yeah, he didn't look happy when we saw him on
the bench. He didn't, but I think it was planned, because obviously the managing time in all the games they've had, the game they had against Arsenal during the week. So I think that was done deliberately. But Asula did well on the right.
He did. I mean, he caused lots of problems. He was running at their players. Yeah. At times, I think he was really sort of rattling, getting into the heads of their players, because they just couldn't keep up with them. And there was like this part where he had so many Birmingham players around him, and then he got probably angry. It probably wasn't the best reaction by him, but you could see he was really up for it today, and he certainly had his moments, apart from where he should have scored that goal where I'm not sure what happened.
I think it was a little bit behind him, and he hit it with his left foot, and it caught the back of his right leg. But there's just he's still a rough diamond. He sometimes lacks a bit of composure on the ball. A couple of times he was getting into wide areas and he was blasting the ball across. Yeah. But overall, he did really well. It was impressive. And then obviously he moved into the middle as well when Wilson went off. So he shows he's versatile. He can play in different positions. And how will and the coaching team be working with him to improve him? But the main thing was that we won this game, and we've done that.
And as well, I think the midfield, to be fair, Lewis, Miley and Longstaff, they did all right considering sort of they haven't played as well.
Yeah, and my target left back, he was steady on the ball as well, and just hopefully Dan Byrne went off there with an injury, so hopefully it's nothing too serious, because with Lloyd Kelly going, we're a little bit short, aren't we?
Yeah. And as well, I wanted to mention the goal that Birmingham scored.
What about that?
Japanese lad, I think. Can't remember I can't remember his name, but it was a brilliant finish. He blasted it, and there was nothing the keeper could do about it.
It was one of them goals where you hit it, it's going in straight away, and as it hits the roof of the net, it's still rising. It was hit so well, technically brilliant, and it's one of them, as an opposition fan, it's one of them ones you've got to sort of still applaud, because it's that good.
And we will applaud Birmingham today. We're not always going to be biased towards Newcastle. We will actually give praise to a team when we think it's deserved, and their fans were great. They put in a shift, and at times they probably had chances where they probably should have scored.
Yeah, the lad, I can't remember his name, who scored the goal for them. He was dangerous down the left. He got down wide a few times, put some crosses in. They were very physical in their faces. They didn't show any a lack of respect. They were really, really positive and aggressive, and you can see why they've won so many games at the top of the league. And obviously Stansfield, he's playing in League One, and they paid £15 million for him. It's a lot of money, so he's obviously could play in the Championship, no bother. He's got the ability, but he was impressive. But Birmingham can hold their heads up high. It was unlucky. And was the Murphy goal in? It's really difficult to tell, the first one.
Well, yeah, it is difficult, like you said. I think probably you would have respected any decision made, but I don't think it went in. But it's over now, isn't it? So we've just got to
from one angle it looked possibly in, and another angle it didn't look in. So it was a really difficult call, and the linesman's made a judgment call, and that's it, you know. So it's a bit harsh on Birmingham.
But towards the game, throughout the game, really, there was tackles flying in. Osula was getting tackled a lot. Birmingham were being quite dirty at times.
It was feisty, wasn't it? It was feisty, and it was they were rattling Newcastle, and obviously Osula was rattling them a bit, you know. But it was a good FA Cup tie for the neutral. It was proper really exciting, and you know, a lot of tackling, a lot of energy, and end to end, and you know, 5 goals, which is what you want.
Back and forth, it was like a constant back and forth between two teams, and I thought when Tonali came on, he was just like calm as he usually is.
He was brilliant. He was working hard. He gets about. He intercepts the ball. He's a real leader on the pitch. And you know, how he wasn't getting into the team, a month or so ago, I don't know, because he's really one of our top players.
I think it's just Eddie Howe's loyalty to the players. I think, and probably because of what happened with the ban, and he was just like facing him in. But now that he's in the team, you know, he's a fantastic player, isn't he? And then, let's not forget Willock, because of course he was the one with them goals.
He got man of the match as well, and I think it was deserved. You know, he did really well. You could have said Osula had a good game as well, and Tonali, when he came on the second half, was very impressive. You know, Kraft's very dependable at the back. Whenever he comes in, he's steady, he does a good job. You know what you're going to get from him. And Target did well as well. So all in all, it was, you know, we did enough to win.
And like you say, with Willock, he's very good at driving at players, driving into space, and he did this very well. And I think our pace probably caused Birmingham quite a lot of problems. And you could see Eddie Howe towards the end of the game did look a bit stressed, which was showing how good Birmingham were. And like my dad said, it was a proper FA Cup game, a proper like old school game, and both teams competed. So really enjoyable game, but we've got the job done, because we didn't want it to go to extra time. But 12 minutes was added on as well, which was fair.
Hopefully the lad that was injured, it looked quite serious, but hopefully he can, you know, get back and make a speedy recovery, because you don't want to see that. And you know, Birmingham's a big club, and you know, they should be in at least the championship. So hopefully, you know, wish them well for the rest of the season. Hopefully they can get promoted and back into the championship.
Well, it's going to be a very interesting next few weeks and months for Newcastle. We've got Manchester City away next. That's going to be interesting. Then we've got Nottingham Forest at home, 2 massive games, and then onto the final of the Carabao Cup against Liverpool. Can we do it?
16th of March, fingers crossed.
Win a trophy? But I just wanted to say as well, before we end this off, we've got some good news on the channel, because we've been looking to improve the equipment and stuff that we have to make the videos better. So stay tuned for that and see if you can spot any differences potentially in our next video. But anyway, guys, make sure to subscribe as always. We're trying to get 2,000 subscribers. We really are trying, so let's hope we can hit that soon. And leave your comments down below. Who would be player of the match? Would it be Willock or Sula? And great game for the neutral as well, if you weren't supporting Newcastle.
It was indeed.
But anyway, guys, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.